Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is day 3 trading with my indicator system that I have in place. So this is my VWAP strategy, and it consists of a total of 6 indicators, actually 7 indicators, and I know it may seem like a lot, but all of these indicators have a purpose. I have my confirmation indicators, and then I also have my reversal indicator. So you might ask yourself, why so many indicators? Doesn't that overwhelm you? Doesn't that distract you? Isn't it better just to have naked charts? Well, to be honest with you, I guess it all depends on the person. I've come to find out that I tend to be impulsive when it comes to trading. It's not because the strategies don't work. I need to sit on my hands on days that are higher resistance or where there's time distortion. And I found out the wrong way. And I've made mistakes, things like that. So by having a indicator system, something that is rule-based, and obviously there's rules for PA, right, for price action. You gotta wait for fair value gaps and these other confirmations and all this and that, right? But when it comes to indicators, everything seems to work out for me. I feel like it's just what aligns with who I am, and it's just the type of person you just have to examine yourself and figure out which type of trader you are the best. Now, I have combined ICT concepts along with this indicator system. So as you can see here on the 950, 1010. This is the time that the macro time that ICT also teaches. Whenever I trade my indicator system, I like to trade within this macro and also within the 1050, 1110. And just like I said, I do have a total of 7 indicators at the moment on the charts. The other 3 you can't see them, but the ones that they're visible right now, that is the VWAP, the Kijun, which acts as a baseline, then also this deviation indicator, was a deviation trend profile indicator. The Kijun is the Ichimoku cloud, but I only use the Kijun and the Tenkan. Those are confirmation indicators, and then combine that with the VWAP makes a very powerful system. I will start to reveal the others, whether in this video or in the next video. But I wanted to show you the power of ICT concepts along with this indicator system. Now, which model do I like to use for ICT? That is the market maker model. It is easy to identify on the charts, and the best entry for me is in the redistribution or reaccumulation. So as we can see how price is starting to move sideways from what it seems. And I'm going to place a circle so I can show you where I'm pointing at. Okay, let's see if it's visible here. Okay, so it won't be visible here in this chart. Let me see if I can. For some reason, Q1. to see what I was doing. Okay, so I place a circle there. And that is what I believe is a distribution. I'm not too sure if that will classify as the redistribution, because we had a huge displacement, a huge breakout. See this big candle there, the yellow line, yellow arrows pointing at, that is a huge candle, bearish candle. And that could be right above it, that could be the distribution, a small little consolidation before the breakout down here, and then finally the redistribution, taking out the lows, which is already took out one low. So this is actually a good spot to take profits at the moment. So I'm going to take profits here. So we can take a look at the left side. We do have more sell side, but since we are in the also silver bullet macro, I want to avoid any retracements. So I'm going to take profits here soon. I'm going to lock in those $300, and that's pretty much it on this trade here. This is a evaluation account with Lucid. It is a 50K account that I'm currently working on. I did have the $25,000 funded. Now I'm working on the $50,000 account using this indicator system. So back to the system and how it works. Let me add a line here. Okay, so we took out that low there at 27,186. Beautiful low. Obviously there's still potential for price to continue lower, but since price delivered into that low, I want to be cautious. So even though the other indicators are still giving me a bearish signal, there's one indicator that I use for retracements or reversals. That indicator is sitting at negative 114 on the lower band. That is the CCI indicator. That is my indicator that lets me know if there's going to be potential retracement or reversal. So obviously the market can always turn around, especially with the conditions, the environment at the moment. You have to be very cautious, so you have to be really careful. So since price already delivered to that low, again, I took profits. I want to avoid losing any profits or getting into drawdown. The next thing that I'm going to do is wait for the next macro. I only like to trade within the macros, and if I'm able to get into profit right away within that macro, I'll end up taking profits right away. Not right away, but like a little bit past the macro time. Once that is done, I can still see price coming down to at least 27,000. At least 27,000. You have relatively equal lows down there, some beautiful equal lows. So if that is going to happen, I'm going to wait for a potential retracement, small retracement, and then leading into the 1050, 1110 macro, then I may go in with one micro, just to kind of like minimize the amount of risk that I have in a trade. Okay. On top of that indicator that I utilize for reversals or retracements, I have two more trend confirmation indicators. On top of that is the volume flow indicator and the DD index. The volume flow, obviously, if it's below the zero line crossing, then that's signal that I'm looking only for shorts, for bears trades, right? The market is bearish. If it's above it, above the zero line crossing, that is a confirmation that price is going to be bullish. The indicator below, where below the volume flow, the red line, that is the Diddy index. When that red line crosses the blue line, crosses above the blue line, that is indicating bearishness. Crosses down, that is bullish. And then the last indicator, the last one below, that is the CCI, that's the reversal. Since we're getting pretty close to negative 200, there's possibility for a small retracement or a reversal. So that's why I said I wanted to take profits to eliminate the risk of getting stopped out or losing anything. Since we are still below the VWAP, I still feel pretty confident that the trade is going to go down. My entries obviously are going to be done on the 5-minute time frame. And then sometimes I may go up to the 15-minute time frame to see how price is moving in that time frame alone, and to also find any correlation. What it looks like right now on the 15, I'll show you real quick. So we are trading below the VWAP. That's a good signal. That's bearishness. We're also below the baseline indicator, which is the Kijun, and the other indicators are on there too. We're in the -3 deviation, so that again, that is a potential sign of retracement before a reversal down, an aggressive reversal. If we go and take a look at the other indicators, we can see how the volume flow indicator it's barely touching the zero line crossing. That is a good sign because we're starting to become bearish here on the 15. Then the one below it, the DD index, the red line, it's already crossed the zero line, crossed above. That is a good indication of bearishness. So at the moment, the majority of the indicators on the 15-minute time frame are agreeing with each other. We're getting very, very close to a potential reversal down before that reversal down, we're going to see a little small retracement, maybe to like 27,300, 350, I don't know, some kind of manipulation or so. If we don't see that, it's going to be an aggressive move down, taking out the sell side, leading into 27,000 NASDAQ 100. So I'm going to sit on my hands and wait for the 1050, 11, 10, 10, and then I will enter a trade. But I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to give you guys a introduction to this indicator system that I have put together, and this is using the VWAP, obviously, and combining as well, the ICT concepts. I truly believe that this is a great indicator system on days that it's very difficult to trade. There's one, I believe, on Tuesday. Price action was very, very tough. There was time distortion, all this and that, right? But I was able to secure profits on that day with this system here. made me sit on my hands when I had days where I didn't use a indicator system, and I would enter a trade. It was always a guessing game. I would ask myself, is this it? Is this right? Am I on the right side of the trade? So I wanted to eliminate that, and I put together this system. Everyone knows of the VWAP, but is there anyone else that uses the VWAP along with the CCI or the DD index or the volume flow indicators? I'm not sure, but maybe I'm the first. But yeah, feel free to also comment in the section below. And if you have any questions, reach out. Feel free to reach out. You're more than welcome to join the Discord. I would like to see more people that align, that can examine themselves as well, right? And to see if this aligns with the type of trader that you are, and this is a right fit for you. Because not everyone's going to be a price action trader. Some traders will require indicators to assist in their trading. So this works out for me. I like it. It helps me sit on my hands, especially because I was a very impulsive trader. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. This is just a sneak peek or a small introduction to my indicator system. And feel free to ask any questions. Give this video a like, and I will see you guys in the next one.